All right, so you guys begin to head south to the anchorage.
So are we abandoning the Alistair Bowl dude?
Well, he'll give you his information, but he's sending you. He needs help first. He's like, y'all are Lord's Alliance. You're helping me before you're helping the Order of the Gauntlet. He knows exactly who he is. He was,
Gotcha.
kind of thing. All right. So as you guys approach the anchorage, it lies right outside the city's east walls. Narrow dirt paths wind around the gatherings of buildings made of weather-worn stone and wood. At the north end, a small group of docks branch out into the bay. Unlike the main harbor, there is no lighthouse here, and there are no guard patrols. You follow the directions leading into a dark alley on the west end of the docks. You can see 3 men standing around, but beside a grate that has a lock hanging from it at a dead end. This seems to be the area that Clevin had marked, and the entrance to the Serpent's Coil.
What does the Serpent's Coil look to be? Like a bar or tavern inn?
Yeah, you don't know. It's just a grate right now with a lock hanging from it. Three guys are kind of standing out there. One's like an angry dwarf, and like 2 are kind of just sitting there and like shooting dice with each other. And the angry dwarf's the only one who seems to be like paying attention.
Now, what were we looking for down here again? A smuggling operation?
Yeah, he wants to shut down the smuggling operation, and he told you that the tunnel he believes is in this starts in this alley.
I bet that that grate covers up the tunnel that we're looking for.
So either we go right at these dudes, or we try to gain passage somehow.
I'm going to walk up to him and go up to him all official-like and say, excuse me, sir, I need you to open this grate. I'm a city inspector.
You see that okay, so when you walk up, go ahead and give me a deception check.
I rolled a 6 on the roleplay channel.
Okay, so he's going to look at you and say, you don't look like any inspector I've ever seen. The dwarf says with his arms crossed. You see the other 2 are like, the other 2 kind of are just looking at the dwarf and looking back at you. They look a little dumber.
Well, I mean, really, guys, how many inspectors from this city have you actually seen?
You see, you see one of them goes, he's got a point, Earl, is what the other one says, and the dwarf tells him to say, shut up, you idiot. These don't look like inspectors to me. They're not even dressed like the city officials.
Well, we have to crawl into some pretty nasty places sometimes.
You think the city has money to give us uniforms?
He's like, yeah. When you say that, Sigi, he looks at him and goes, yeah, we hadn't got no money anyway. I mean, that's why we're out here, Earl. And you see the guy the dwarf turns around and says to the other guy and says, I told you both to shut up.
I'm gonna roll up. Look, guys, you look like you're doing a great job over here. I don't want to, have to lengthen your day. You don't want to have to lengthen mine. If we just quick, bim, bam, boom, we're out. No problem.
All right. Deception again. Is that what you're going for? You me roll it, Matt?
I already rolled it in the roleplay.
All right.
Came up 15.
All right. Yeah. He's gonna say that you look awfully persistent, and that they're going to kind of step away, and he's going to tell you, I'm going to let you in there, but I want you out in 5 minutes, Inspector. As you see, he's going to reach onto his belt and open a key and kind of stand aside.
All right, sounds good. Let's go, guys.
Beyond the grate, a ladder descends about 20 feet straight down into the dimly winding passage. A platform attached to ropes and pulleys runs next to the ladder. The air down here is stale and cool. The walls are crafted of roughly hewn stone and dirt. The ground is somewhat uneven, with the occasional slight dips and slopes.
Hey, I'm going to be real quiet and talk to my crew here. Should we like make a fuss about something, try to get them to come down, and then at least tie them up or something? I mean, if not, just kill them outright. I mean, shit. Because if we're not back in 5 minutes, they're going to raise some kind of alarm, and we're going to get trapped in this tunnel, and then we'll be fighting in a basement.
I mean, I'd rather not get in a fight right now and worry about killing or subduing.
All right.
Yeah, let's keep it stealthy right now.
All right. So you guys begin to kind of walk through the tunnel a little bit, and it veers to the left and then to the right. And to the right, you can see that there's some torches lit. Looks like a small cavern. Which way do you want to go? The tunnel continues off to the left, but there is a cavern over to your right.
I'll take a peek into that little cavern. I mean, is it just like an alcove, or what are we talking?
Yeah, it's an alcove. When you start to peek into it, but it's probably like 30 feet deep. You see this chamber is littered with various crates, boxes, and barrels. A small desk sits in the corner of this room.
I'm gonna investigate the desk.
Yeah.
Give me investigation.
That is gonna be a +4. Just roll for.
All right, that'll work. That's probably easier. All right, so looking around the desk, you find ledgers of smuggled goods coming in and out of this room. You see illegal weapons and many poisons and dangerous flora. There's also a letter that reads, Senya, it has come to my attention that our operation may have been discovered. If the princes of Yeptepka learn of our existence, they'll destroy everything. Leave no trace. Nahua. Give me an investigation. You've already given it. Go ahead and give me damn, your dice are bad tonight.
Yeah, real
Bsam.
bad, dude.
I'm gonna give that to the Lord's Alliance dice and suggest that's probably the evidence they're looking for.
Oh yeah, most certainly. We definitely found the right tunnel.
So let's just grab
go-
the letter and then we can bring that back for...
Sigi, go ahead and give me investigation. Aywin, give me a perception.
Oh my god.
It's like me the
No,
other
you're
night.
right,
It
dude.
was awful.
Dude, I don't
Investigation.
need to get in a fight at all.
You can see that the goods were recent. There was a larger number of goods that were recently taken from this room. Most likely, these are the goods that have been transferred to the Harbor District. Anyone else can give me a perception check if you want.
So we've checked out the desk. We've checked out the crates. Is there anything else in here?
When you go to check the desk over one more time, because Matt had BadL just had investigated it, you notice there's something strange, like a piece of string barely hanging from the backside of the desk. And when you reach there, you find a key that looks to be someone has stapled a piece of twine to and tied the key off, where you can't see it if the desk is slid up against the wall, but you feel the key and pull it out.
All right. What does this key look like? Does it look like it goes to anything special? A door, something smaller?
It looks like maybe smaller. Bigger than a jewelry box key, smaller than a skeleton key.
Like a chest key.
Something around that size, yeah.
Yeah. Do I see something like that around, like a footlocker or anything around?
Not in this area. The only thing you see is all the boxes and the barrels.
Let's look
Alright.
deeper into the tunnel and let's be quick about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any plants that I recognize for like poisons and shit?
Yeah,
Or
actually,
medicines?
since you're, give me a medicine check.
Oh my dude, is this even possible?
Yeah, no, you don't notice anything, but maybe the plants are edible.
Let me check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just generally like talking and have like ambient conversation, talking how the tunnels are looking pretty nice down here. I think we're gonna give them a good bill of health, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Give me another deception. What's your plus of deception?
+5.
All right.
Nice.
Seems like it's going pretty good. You rolled 18 on the die. 29, 23.
Right before
Medicine. Sigi.
right before he eats, he tries to eat those. I'm like, whoa, hold on, let me look at those.
Aywin actually has been very careful around the plants. I'm not going to make him make a dexterity saving throw because he'll fail it right now. And you can see though that the plants are very toxic. Slinging them that once.
Don't touch those.
They're
don't
very
eat them.
toxic indeed.
Yeah,
whoever's doing this obviously is smuggling it for poison making.
They gonna
All right.
kill
We're
you.
getting somewhere.
But we're here to investigate a curse, right? Or do we know it's a curse?
I mean,
No, he told you that he believes these smuggling tunnels are will be used to smuggle an artifact in. He told you he kind of knows where they begin, and he basically was right. He told you right where they begin. He told you what he's trying to figure out is where they end, like where they come out in the harbor ward. He's basically like, find out where he calls it the serpent's coil begins. I mean, and confirm where I think it is, which he was right on the money, but also confirm where it ends out, so then I can shut it down because he has the connections amongst the city.
Okay, well then we've got to follow this tunnel, huh?
You feel like that? Yes.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay,
How long have we been
we're,
down here?
Huh?
How long have we been down here?
About 10 minutes.
All right, we may be at the point of no return. We may just want to book it down this other corridor.
let's do it.
All right. So you guys head along the passage. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
You know what Bad Larry's is?
how do you figure that?
It is going to be your 10 plus your perception bonus.
15.
All right. So you begin to pass through it snakes around. You travel what seems to be about 300 feet of cutting back and cutting forward, and you're being quiet. Everybody, go ahead and give me are you being quiet first off? Is everybody being quiet?
Yeah, we're not
Give me a
making.
stealth
I mean,
check.
I'm not like being
Yeah,
loud.
I'm being quiet.
All right, then give me a stealth check. What's your plus to stealth,
Holy fucking shit.
Matt? Larry?
Plus-
I accidentally rolled it just a bit. Oh, yeah.
You did a disadvantage. You're a disadvantage because you have scale on. Yep. Okay, so you guys are being fairly quiet for the most part, making your way through. When Aywin kind of kicks a rock and kind of lets out a yelp, and when he does, he notices ahead of him on the ground, what like very thin through because he kicked it and the dust came up, a tripwire.
Oh shit.
I'm going to tell everybody to back up, and I'm going to investigate that.
All right. So you investigate. And what's your plus to investigate?
4.
You're only able to find the single tripwire here. And it looks like you can't figure out where it kind of goes to. It's just like running through 2 holes in the tunnelway.
What are you looking at up there?
There's a tripwire trap.
Oh.
I can only find one end of the wire.
Let me come
Basically,
look at
you
that.
can see where it's taught from. You can give me an investigation too. Sigi, but you can see it going from both two holes. Yes, Sigi, you're the same. You're like, wow, it's weird. It just disappears in these two holes in the walls on both sides, and it's taunt, but I don't know what it does.
Let's step over it and not try and trip it.
All right, give me an acrobatics test. All right, so Sigi, when you start to move through there, you actually start realizing there's like lots of these, a whole lot of these, and you kind of step over one and kind of duck under another. You can kind of see them in your torchlight. You pass what seems to be about 7 or 8 of them before you get to the other side of the tunnelway, but you're able to kind of shimmy through without disturbing any of the wires.
Okay, well, I holler back and I'm like, hey, there's actually like 7 or 8 of these, by the way.
I'm going to take a look at him then as I come up to it.
All right, investigation.
Chalk and crush it up and kind of just scatter it lightly in the air so it kind of makes the tripwires easier to see.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you can see all the tripwires when he does that with that investigation. It looks like to you, Traiger, they spring some sort of trap. Like there's holes in the ceiling that something may come out of. You don't know what it would be. You feel like you could disarm it, but BadL has made it really easy to see them now that they're all covered with that. You would have advantage on your acrobatics to just move through.
Let's go for it.
How easy would it be to disarm? Because my disarm is going to be better than my acrobatics.
I mean, you don't know the DC. It feels like it's going to be about the same. Yeah, you easily get across, Traiger.
Cowboy, how are you going to get across this? How are you going to win your way across this track?
In whatever way I don't have to roll anything. I'm waiting to see if BadL
Matt's going to disarm it.
Yeah, because my character is completely useless.
Terrified
I'm actually
right
about
now.
to just run through it and kill this.
Drag his corpse out of there.
Leaving. He can't do shit.
Me and Kira are doing like cartwheels through this thing.
What are you going to do, BadL? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna make the thieves.
I didn't even
check,
know there was more than
I'm
one.
Actually, I'm gonna pull my mage hand out, and I can't use it to use the tools, but I'm gonna use it to assist me in holding tension on other sides of wires to make this a little easier and try to disarm the trap.
All right. What's your plus to?
3.
All right, you spring the trap. So you are going to need to make a Constitution saving throw as hundreds of darts shoot out and hit you across your body.
Ouch. So I'm looking back at this
What's
point
your
and I'm
plus
like,
to con?
whoa!
+2.
You save. All right. So you're going to take 2 points of damage, BadL.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, it was the poison that was bad. That was the bad part, but you seem to have shrugged it off. You notice that all the wires snapped at once when he did that, and it is now disarmed to move through.
Oh, there you go, Cowboy. Now you can just go through.
Yeah.
All right.
Just walk through carefully. I don't want you to trip and fall or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to start rolling fucking dice to be able to walk.
Hey, you can always heal though. You'll be fine.
All right, so you guys are continuing down through the passageway. You passed a couple of more turns, and you get to a fork, one that cuts right and one that cuts left. Which way do you wish to go?
Could I try to look and see which path is most used? Like, try to track something through.
Yeah, give me an investigation. Or perception, your choice. You can do either or.
How about survival?
But,
Survival, I'd let you do that too.
not
Alright.
with advantage.
So Aywin, you noticed that definitely the left passage is more used than the right passage.
Alright, let's go that way.
All right, so you guys continue down that way, and you come across a
Hey.
fall. Huh?
Would my the wanderer trait, would that, like, if we came back through here, would I have any problem knowing which way to go to be the way we came in?
No,
Would you
man,
link your trait,
can't
please?
get lost.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be fine on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise,
All
I'll
right,
leave something
so
to mark.
you guys continue through, and you get to where it's curving back around to kind of cut back north. But you notice a false panel in the wall, like a fake stone area. That is obvious to you, Aywin.
Aywin.
It's a what now?
It's a false wall, like it's fake stone that blocks this. So basically, it's right in the curve. You're kind of heading down this way, and then it's curving back up north, right? And right here in the curve, there's a false wall that you see is not real. Like it's not real stone. It's like plaster to make it look like stone.
All right, I'll let everybody know what I'm looking at. And I guess I'll look it over, see if it's booby trapped or anything like that.
All right, give me an investigation.
Or I'll just look at it again.
It looks completely safe to you.
Of course it does. I'm going to get the out of the way and
I'll
tell
go get-
anybody else to look,
I'll look at it.
because I feel real dumb today.
Oh.
Is that a good roll or not? I can't see what you're rolling.
They're rolling shit right now.
I rolled a
BadL,
1.
you get an 18, and it still doesn't look trapped.
All right, I'm gonna try the door.
All right. The path dips down to and travels along a curve. The walls here were smoother and behind this. Basically, you slide the plaster aside, and it just leads into another pathway that leads down along a curve. The walls in here, though, are smoother and decorated with patterns of wavy lines carved into the surface. This looks very old.
Can I look at the patterns and tell what they are?
Investigation or wisdom insight.
Hold on. I'll do insight. There we go.
All right, insight. You notice that the lines seem to meet up in a circular patterns in the center of this hallway. The carvings in the center appear to be a bit deeper than the rest. You can when looking at it, it reveals that tracing a path through the circle, through the circle on the other end causes the wall to open. It seems like it's like a magic door.
Oh.
Also, in the main hall, this area is completely different than the rest of the areas you've gone in. Dust and cobwebs are all in here. All of which are decorated with strange, indecipherable glyphs, and this air is stale. There is a laying in the dirt, just kind of sticking up out of the dirt in this area. Let me make sure what it was again. I remember it was a.
Macho.
No. There is a basically you can see like laying in the dirt on its side. It's covered, but you can still see the glint of a hilt, kind of resting in the room.
Well, I'm gonna go check that out.
Okay. So you kind of like get up to it, and it's still kind of buried. You would need like a shovel or something like that to dig it out.
Let me see what I got.
One of you druids have mold earth?
Don't. No, I don't. Because I took freaking Thorn Whip. Let me see.
Well, you can just use your hands to dig it out if you want.
Can I
So
can I wild shape into a wolf?
yeah.
And then just
Yeah.
dig it out with my. Okay, well then I'm gonna wild shape into a wolf.
Gopher.
Are you second level? Can you
I
have
am.
wild shape yet?
Yeah, I'm second level. I'm level 2.
Okay, so you turn into a wolf, and Traiger starts digging with a short sword, and then all of a sudden you guys hear kind of like once you get it almost unburied, it's like y'all knock something loose, and you feel the ground underneath you depress like a good 2 inches as you hear kind of stone sliding, and as you look up, you can see blocks falling from the ceiling down on top of you. I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right, it plus 3. 10.
All right, so you're going to take 10 points of damage. I think when you're in wolf form, you have 13 hit points, leaving you with 3 left. Traiger, you're going to get out of the way and take only 5 points of damage. All right, so you guys begin to, you kind of get out of the way. You almost got crushed by those rocks, and you're able to find the sword. Looks like the sword doesn't even have a blade on it. It looks like this was some sort of trap left here long ago.
Well, tits.
But why would they trap this room? There's got to be something.
Tracking everything. That's what they do.
Probably for people like us.
Expecting other like thievy bastards like us to come down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean, what I'm saying is like you don't put a trap in a room for no reason. Surely there's something like hidden.
Well, no shit. They're smuggling illegal shit.
I'll surely investigate the room at +4 and see if there's anything.
You don't find anything else.
Seems to be nothing. Let's go further down the tunnel.
Alrighty.
All right, so you guys get to the end of this tunnel, and when you do the pattern on the wall, it opens back up, and you guys can see like about 50 feet ahead in the straight line, the entrance to that storeroom you were at. So it looks like it cut back like another way to the other end of the tunnel, and you can see that the 3 thugs are down there kind of looking around, but they haven't spotted you yet. You feel like you could close the door if you wanted to.
Let's do that. Close the door.
Yeah, we gotta keep looking around, though.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are going to basically could push back. Your options are to push back into the original storeroom you were in, or go back to the bend where you found this hidden kind of side tunnel and continue down the main tunnel.
Main tunnel, right?
Yeah, let's go back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
main tunnel.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so you guys continue through the main tunnel. When you get again, it cuts back and fro, and you get to a set of brass double doors.
Do they look like worn down or used a lot, or do they look like kept up and like new or shiny or what?
They look like they've been used a lot. They're worn down, but they're not like rusted or anything or anything like that. All right, give me a perception, Aywin. All right.
Wow, finally a roll.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of like ready my bow and arrow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just
Well,
got it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Got an
gonna
arrow knocked just in case.
check the door. See if it's locked.
The door seems to be locked.
Okay.
Like there's a lock on it.
I'm gonna look around to see if it's like booby trapped before I try and do anything with the lock.
Give me an investigation.
I'll do the investigation and use tools.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right, it is not trapped,
I got a 4 because
Bad Larry. You got a 21, Bad Larry. You don't feel like it's trapped.
All right, then I thieves tools at +3.
All right. So you begin to kind of pick the lock, and you get about halfway through picking it when the doors fly open.